versus Occult, two, I would say, household names at this point. And we've got, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this frame stuttering, especially on Raid. So bear with us, folks, as we're just going to have to, jump on over to another survivor. I will try my absolute best to keep up with the hit and run scenario. And it's not going to be long before they're going to find their first chase here with Nia taking hit. And I'll also be completely honest, I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to figure out what the clock position is here at any given time. We're just going to have to hope that we play it by ear. Finding a very unsafe pallet here. Coming around the top and going to get alive, going to get plenty of distance away from the Wraith here. And I wouldn't be surprised if Wraith disengages altogether, potentially. No, they are sticking to it. Here comes a mind game at the window. Solid mind game, but they will take the down regardless. Looks like there might be a survivor nearby. Not going to be able to get a flashlight save, though, and that will be first hook coming in for the Wraith here. There was Dwight. Yeah, they're trying to set up for a flashlight save, but not going to get it. Claudette, a little bit of ways on a gen. However, Ace, not on a gen at the moment. Looks like we did find a totem. I can only imagine what that totem could be. Oh, but they find the Dwight. It's going to interrupt the unhook process potentially and make a 1-for-1 trade. They do get the hit, and that will be Dwight able to get a little bit of distance here potentially. There's one totem going down. Nia going to take a hit in the meantime. And yeah, that does look like Blood Favor is still in play here. And that was a haunted ground totem that was being broken. One thing I do really, really like about these community cup style tournaments, there's just no bans. It's anything allowed. In order to, a little bit of a pentamento coming in as well. Looks like we're waiting for a call out. Survivors are hiding out here. Here a gen being pretty well progressed behind them. But yeah, just the fact that there's like, we don't see a lot of these perks. You know, granted, they are pretty dang strong. Penamento's an insanely strong perk. Haunted Ground, I don't remember the last time I saw Haunted Ground. It's an absolutely insane perk, and looks like the exposure status effect is gonna expire just in time before Claudette probably gonna take a hit there, and Claudette is gonna get some distance away. Looks like Wraith might be kicking the gen and moving away, and nope, they're just gonna ghost into the night here. Ace doing the Lord's work, cleansing totems. Doesn't seem, that might have been a pentamento would be my guess. Looks like they are on the knee at the moment. I'm just gonna have to watch out for those wiggly bars and hope that we can catch the action as yeah, those frame stutters are gonna give me a headache, especially since folks, we're in here for the long haul. We're not doing the grand finals this time. No. We're doing all the games. That's right. We are gonna just jump into a match and just watch a team all the way up to grand finals potentially. First gen falling as a second hook comes in for this very distorted looking killer. Let's see what our friend Dwight is up to. About to finish a gen themselves. Looks like Ace has the totem duty. Ooh, that is a strong 3-gen potentially, so Ace gonna jump on that immediately with 6% faster speed. Claudette coming around and looking like they're gonna be setting up for the save here. Will we see a heal? Yeah, we will. Ooh. Not sure where that came from, but Dwight going down. That's me first hook for the Dwight. And with a wheel make it, they will get the reset on the Nia. Looking around for what I believe to be the Ace, and Ace just gonna do this gen and let their buddy hang out on hook for a little bit, huh? One thing that's pivotal about these inside games is just the callouts have to be on point. It is this is like one of the ultimate tests of your teamwork, is if you're able to handle this. So I was doing a pretty good job so far. Wraith not able to get a hit and run on that survivor. Worth noting is that I don't believe there was a sloppy butcher. So they are going back to the Nia here, doubling up on the generator. Still exhausted, no lithe in hand at the moment. He's just gonna have to make work with what they have. Like Claudette might be needed to take a hit here potentially for their friend. And yeah, they will be taking a hit there. You're gonna be getting some distance. However, now both survivors in a little bit of panic. They do finish breaking the 3-gen. Oh my goodness, A's wrapping around as well to come take a hit for the survivor. Really good comms here coming in from Occult. Ooh, but not enough. I might have caster cursed them a little bit there, as that is going to be a 3rd and death hook coming in for the survivor. Looks like they do have a little bit of progress over here on this generator. Gotta say, there's only one perk we really haven't seen here, and there is a Penamento available for them to... Yeah, it looks like they're going to go straight to that Penamento and get the slowdown kicking up. Ooh, but they find an injured Dwight out here in the middle of nowhere. That's not good for these survivors. They needed to reset. They do have 2 survivors reset, 1 Penamento up. And by the looks of other totems in play, I'm guessing there might have been an Undying? Or there's another totem that we don't know about yet. We'll just have to wait and see. I can't tell if survivors are going to try and work through the Penamento, and most likely we might. Survivors are working on through the Pentamento here a little bit. A's going to preemptively get ready for the Wraith to come in. Ooh, looks like they do find the Ace on this generator here, and Ace is going to be pushed away. Do they have pallets at their disposal still? How long does Dwight have? Dwight got to be getting unhooked about the same time as Ace taking a hit here. Looks like we're going to see a dry kick coming in from the Wraith as, I mean, while you got Penamento, it's going to be good. Looks like they are going to be cleansing either Penamento. Oh, looks like there might have been a call out saying, hey, get out of dodge. Wraith is heading back. And the survivor is Death Hook. Claudette spreading out as well. Looks like there hasn't been a sighting of the Wraith just yet as servers. Looks like that. Oh my goodness, the toolbox is already depleted. So Penamento going to be full 30% slowdown here on the generators. That is going to be rough. Looks like a survivor has been found. Looks like it is the Death Hook Dwight. And Wraith going to be doing the work around this loop here. They do get the Penamento, but that will be Death Hook coming in for the survivor. Nobody else able to come in and help. And these survivors are just gonna have, I think at this point all you can really hope for is maybe getting one more generator done. I think one more generator is all you can hope for here in this scenario. It's gonna be so difficult. Ace hanging out in the corner here. Oh, it looks like they find the injured Ace as well. Question is, there's no pallet here, and I think their exhaustion's already been used. Ooh, holding W through it, though, is going to waste a little bit of time. I think you're just going to have to hope that Claudette is able to finish the 4th generator here. There's the slug for the 4K. I don't know if they're going to be able to hide this Claudette on time. I'll be honest, folks, I don't remember how the bleed outs work in this rule set. I'll have to check with the refs after this match, as again, this is very different from our normal set of rules. Again, no perk bans. It's a one of perk. Looks like Claudette's gonna be in the distance. Yeah, it looks like Wraith has found the Claudette, so unless they're able to loop for a long time, not sure if it's gonna end up mattering here. They've got pallets. Ooh, and they win the 50-50 there. Claudette taking a slap to the face. They do have pallets though. They do have pallets at their disposal, but I don't know if it's going to be enough pallets. Ooh, good attempt from the Wraith here. I mean, Wraith does have a lot of time. There's about 3 minutes left of the bleed out timer, and even then, it might not matter. The bleed out might count as full hook stages potentially. Mind games coming in, and again, the Wraith looking very odd in the spectator mode as their body seems to be leaving them. Ooh, and that will be the down here, and that will be most likely the 4K here, barring maybe a potential Kobe. Just gonna hang out with our friend Claudette here, see if they're able to get that 4% or not. I actually don't remember if I think we did change some rules from the community cups, if I remember correctly, but I don't remember if Kobe's were allowed or not. I will have to get update on some rules. I'm about to say, I think Kobe's are allowed in this rule set because it's just easier. Again, we're not able to actively ref every single one of these games, so the rule set has to be manageable from a administrative perspective. So, oh, it looks like bleed outs are full hooks, so regardless, unless there's a latent unbreakable here, this will be the 4K, all 12 stages awarded to the Wraith of Elysium at 2 gens remaining. This is a really good showing from the Wraith here. And honestly, again, Occult did really, really well, I think. The callouts were relatively on point, just... The, the Pentamento was savage. That perk just does so much work. Constant 30% slowdown, especially in a map where you don't know if you actually have the time to cleanse a totem or not. Looks like they do find Ace after all, and that will be the 4K2 for Elysium here. And we'll be coming back with the reverse of this with Occult's killer returning fire against Elysium survivor team. And once again, it was wild. Towards the end of season 8 for Champions of the Fog, I thought Elysium was just, you know, on their way out, and Elysium back, a little bit of an updated roster and stronger than ever. So we are absolutely looking forward to seeing them and what they do here in Championship of the Fog, as well as Champions of the Fog Season 9. So with that said, we'll be taking a short intermission here as we get this next trial set up, as it is now Occult's turn to return the murder favor against Elysium survivor team. And it looks like they already might have found a survivor here in the distance. Yeah, they already found the Ace. And is going to get an early tag. No Sloppy Butcher, but that is a very infamous blood favor. And I don't know if they're going to get enough distance here. And looks like it might have been a hit and run. They did find the survivor with the med kit, so the survivor's going to be able to get a heal off here. Oh, but they didn't leave him after all. Just maybe tease him a little bit. And now Wraith going to be chasing him around the office area. Ooh! Ace is going to win the mind game there and get some distance. Oh, and there is a haunted ground to boot. I wonder if it's going to be a bit of a mirror as far as the builds last time. Looks like Ace will be fighting, I'm sorry, the Wraith will be fighting a different target here. Look at these two pallets back to back. What, in what world is this okay? But I think the Wraith took a look at that and said, yeah, I'm not about to touch that in 10 billion years. That is a disgusting pallet setup. It's like they're possibly in the middle of callouts trying to figure out where this killer is. Ooh, we see a boon setup. Looks like they are on the Gabriel Soma here. Ooh, free dropping the pallet. Not going to take any chances here. And yeah, we are still in the exposed status effect. So I was going to be really careful. It's like they will be breaking, moving on to somebody else here. Just a couple seconds left of exposure. But I say, Survivors did a really good job making sure this killer didn't get a lot of exposure value. Holding W around the pallet can make him waste a little bit more time here. Another pallet into the center here. This is what's rough about this map, I think, for killer. Now, granted, stealth killers definitely hold their own a lot better on this map, but man alive, there's so many really strong pallets. Oops, looked like we are switching targets entirely over to the Renato here. Blood Favor still in effect, holding W around the corner and with no pallet. Oh, but they doubled back on him. I don't think they realized that the Blood Favor was still in effect here. Swinging through the pallet is going to take a little bit of a slap to the noggin there. Renato going to be holding W for dear life into the middle. No hooks just yet. A lot of hits, though. Ooh, and looks like that 99 sprint burst coming in hot. First gen going down for the survivors here. Really, really strong survivor play from Elysium right off the bat. Looks like they are back on the Renato after all, cutting them off, putting them in the corner, and yeah, Lightborn is not a thing anymore. However, Wraith gonna recloak and uncloak again. Did take a pallet to the face. Might have been a bit of a misplay there on the Wraith's part, as I think they had the hit. Not sure what happened there, but ooh, another totem going down. That might have been the blood favor. Not exactly sure what this killer has. Ooh, they're gonna go down under the pallet, saying, come on, let's bring it. There's the background player. Oh, that's so filthy. For those of you who may have not played since the update, the new background player, after its buff, is absolutely vicious. Oh no, and a 5-second stun inside of the cloak. That's gonna be absolutely brutal for this Wraith. Yeah, you now move at 200% speed for 5 seconds with background player. It is absolutely a monster of a perk. And I think that's what the survivors were banking on there. He's going to be using light to get a lot of distance. So we are back on the Renato, potentially. Second gen falling for these survivors. They only need one more to make the tie condition, and they get 4 gens. That will be the W for Elysium, and they will be able to go into the next stage. So they're going to go down again under the pallet. However, Gabriel Soma now in the wings, going to be setting up for a save, potentially. Getting a pallet stun, and yeah, no, they're not letting this Wraith get any pressure whatsoever. Yeah, they're not letting this get any pressure whatsoever. That is so rough. Looks like it's gonna be, well, I thought it was gonna be the cage. It is. I'm not gonna lie, folks, with the screen sharing, it's very hard to keep up with who is in chase at any given time, and I apologize. Looks like it might be the Renato. Yeah, looks like it is, and they will take it down here. Not for a lack of trying, though. Looks like it might be an unbreakable in this fight too. It looks like they're going after the Gabriel and committing after all. However, that is a 4th gen on its way. Who is in chase at this point? Look, it looks like it is the cage. However, unless they stop this gen from completing, that's going to be 4 gens. They have a lot of pressure. Oh, there might be 5 gens popping. Never mind. Yeah, it looks like there's going to be 5 gens popping. Looks like they have Penameno, but it's not going to be in time as there's 2 more gens going to fire. These survivors just did so incredibly well. And it looks like there might actually be a 4 out coming in. At the very least, a possible 3 out. But regardless, very strong play from Elysium, and they will be going into round number 2 with a win in their belts. Oh my goodness, making the killer whiff at the... oh my goodness, even a hit take coming in from Renato there. Exit gates aren't open just yet. Nope, never mind. Caster's Curse once again. Looks like they'll be healing at the exit gate. I think they're wanting a 4 out here. I think they want to try and make a statement early on here. Another fake at the window. Oh, we see that telltale hayside. That is MFT. That's so mean. Oh, I mean, we haven't had a Community Cup-esque style tournament since MFT and background player got buffed, I don't think. Okay, Cage. Okay. I do like the voice. For those who don't know, Nick Cage actually has, like, I think almost 50 plus voice lines. They are available online if you want to go check them out. They're quite funny. Looks like they might be coming in for the people play potentially. Cage going to be forced to run over. Oh, no, they're just going to go for a regular heal. Oh, looks like the other exit gate is available for them too. So let's, yeah, that looks like what's going to happen here. There's the pickup. It looks like it's going to be a buckle up play to boot. Killer expects as much. Is going to wait it out. But I don't know if you can wait out the full thing. There are pallets available. There's the hit. And now A's going to take a hit as well. That's just, oh my goodness. Absolutely, honestly, just really disgusting and well-played survivors. That is, these are the kinds of matches I don't want in my pubs. Let's put it down and get into this early hit coming in. That is going to be a sprint burst. Not going to get too much distance as the Ace is going to be forced to vault back and forth here. Winning the mind game and going to the next tile. Looks like they're going to be in trouble though as the Cloud is hot on their tail, and that will be a down momentarily potentially. Looks like there's going to be a survivor here. Is it a flashlight though? No, it is not, and that's not going to be pallet stun either. So that's going to be first hook coming in for the killer here. Ooh, looks like there might be a Seba play coming in though. Not going to be enough time, unfortunate. And it's going to be a pain res and dead man switch by the looks of things. Yeah, that is in fact pain res and dead man switch, kicking a survivor off the generator here. And this is a very good central hook for the killer to boot. Gonna be somewhat difficult for the survivors to pull out of this. Oh, and the killer sees that all three of them are together. Really strong ultimate weapon value coming in. Looks like, will Clan be committing to this chase? Looks like they will, but Valentines going to get them some distance here. Able to get towards main, and I don't know if Clown's going to commit. No, they are, it looks like. Getting a bottle toss to work, and Killer's going to be forced to break this door as Renato loops around main. They do get the unhook on the Ace in the meantime. Pre-dropping this power is going to do as much looping as possible here. Hiding out at this corner, waiting to see any line of sight. Honestly, smart to be checking upstairs. That'd be really cheeky of the Clown to go upstairs on him. However, that bottle will probably secure death here. I don't think they get to this tile. Another bottle coming in, and that will be the down. Potential pain res coming in as well. Servers are, or at least were, doubling up on this generator. Two different gens being worked on simultaneously here. Perfect time call out as that pain res happened the moment Adam got off that generator. So well done. Good call out from the survivors as Clown already with 2 hooks. No generators done just yet, but the gens are being worked on. Looks like they're hanging out towards the center. There's the ultimate weapon. Again, ultimate weapon, dead man switch. Just such a brutal combo here coming in from the killer. As I don't know about you, but my Wesker games look very similar half the time. Is very, very strong. Looks like the killer's gonna be coming back around, possibly looking to go for a tunnel out here. Both of these survivors are 1 hook. And it looks like they might be going after the Ace here instead. Ace staying at the main building. There must be something at yeah, there must be something they don't want to see at Shack, as Ace will be going down here momentarily. Waiting out any potential bar or time effect. And they will be able to finish 1 generator here. Reset coming in on the Renato. Dwight back here. Trying to set up on a generator. But I say, Clown just has a lot of pressure on this map here, especially with Ultimate Weapon Dead Man Switch. It's just such a disgusting combo. Yeah, there's the Oblivious status effect on the Dwight as well. Say with a combo of Deadman Switch, survivors are going to have to be ready to call out what a killer's going to come over there. They can't leave the gen. Just, yeah, it's a disgusting combination of perks, but that'll be a one hit coming in on the Dwight here. Running back into the 9 o'clock. Looks like they're going to be leaving chase. Instead, finding another survivor. Looks like it's going to be the Adam. Adam will be able to get the 1-for-1 trade, it looks like. Yeah, they're going to interrupt and force the 1-for-1 trade. And I think we might see a tunnel out here on the ace. Yeah, it looks like this. Oh! No, they're just going to accept the pain res here, it looks like. Interesting. I mean, there's only one gen done. I guess the killer doesn't have anything to lose. Ooh, missed call out there from the survivors. And that's going to stop that gen. It looks like they're going to go for a reset here. I imagine we're going to hear them scream in just a moment. Yeah. I don't think anybody brought calm spirit this game, unfortunately. And, oh, these survivors are in a heap of trouble now. Ooh, background player coming in. Looks like they will get the save. Clown desperately trying to look away, and they're... Looks like they do get the unhook on the Adam as well. Possibly renewal in pocket. Background player going to give them a whole lot of fresh air here. Really well played to the Dwight there on the background player. Again, I will say, despite the fact that all perks, no matter how strong, are allowed, at least both sides do get access to the strong stuff. Ooh, good fake there from both sides, but Clown will win that mind game. It looks like they're going to be going down here. Dwight going to get pushed away a little bit. That'll be Death Hook coming in for the ace. Looks like Adam setting up on gen. Renato on a different gen as well. So survivors are definitely fighting back. Second gen being done here. Looks like Dwight might be rotating over to help with one of their survivor buddies finish a gen. There's Renato going down. I believe that might have been a balanced landing, but they still got the hit regardless. Oh, no. Looks like they're going to have to be waiting for these gens to be done. Looks like they're going to reset in the meantime. And an ultimate weapon coming in from the killer again. Looks like they might be going after the Dwight this time. Renato going to have to rotate back to the generator. Dwight does have this tile over here at the... This would be the 1 o'clock position, going into 3 potentially. Oh, trying to bait out. I don't know if they had head or dead hard or not, but no, they don't because they haven't been hooked yet. So this will be a fresh one coming in, potentially a pain res to boot. Yeah, they're going back for that central hook. Do the survivors get to finish this gen or not? I don't think they do. Yeah, unfortunate, and Deadman Switch going to force them away. Just really strong pressure from the Clown here. Just a really solid set of perks and just honestly really good map pressure overall. Renato setting up on a separate generator. I imagine ultimate weapon going to be coming in here in just a moment to kick them off their gen as well. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be the case. I'm curious, given the fact that this is the first of many, hopefully, Championship of the Fogs that come. I'm curious if the meta is going to shift over time if there comes balance and changes. Behavior has said before that they plan on, you know, changing MFT. I can't imagine Ultimate Weapon also doesn't get some kind of tuning or nerf potentially. See, I'm just very curious to see what the meta is going to shift into, because I think that's going to be the meta for the foreseeable future. These are just super strong perks. Like there's a reason that these competitors are using them today. There's the vault coming in, no live. Dwight getting as much distance as possible here, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Hill gen very, very close to finishing. They might be able to get under the pallet here. I think the Clown's just going to go straight for the pickup. Yeah, but that is going to be a decisive strike. They get the skill check, and with MFT, they're going to get a little bit more distance here. Looks like Clown's going to reload here. Going back to the Hill gen. Do they finish Hill? They do not. And all survivors are injured, so Renato's going to be going down here momentarily. It looks like Adam might be able to finish gen for the Renato sacrifice, though. Unless they go over. Does Clown sense the survivors on the gen? I think they do, but there's not enough on that side. I think the Clown's going to opt to let this gen finish and get 3 gens done. I don't know if you finish the 4th generator, though. It's going to be all up to the Dwight. Especially with that hook being so close by. Oh, and they've got, oh my goodness, this is a absolutely disgusting 5-gen, or at the very least a 4-gen. It was a 5-gen, kind of. But you've got one at the 1 o'clock and the 2 o'clock, as well as main building, and then one at 11. Just, honestly, a really filthy gen spawn in favor of this clown, so clown doing a really good job making sure to pressure it to the most, and I don't know how these survivors get back there. They're not going to be able to reset very easily. Renato's going to be fading to death hook fairly soon, I would imagine. Ooh. Getting a pallet stun. There's the blind to boot. What is the plan here from Dwight? Are they going to go for a 1-for-1 trade? Oh, no. I think they were trying to sneak back there. It's not going to be enough, and they're going to opt to reset. I think what you have to do now, you just have to split up on gens the best of your ability, heal up and pre-run. But again, with the clown being, you know, the clown, you're not going to be able to get very far. A lot of pallets already in use as well. It's like clown out searching with ultimate weapon. I guess they patched it out where you no longer scream from ultimate weapon inside the locker, so good use of the locker. Oh, but looks like they do find Dwight regardless, going into the back here. Curious if Adam has 99 to their heal in hopes that the killer goes for Dwight fully, gets a heal off, and then tries to maybe get an exit gate, or I'm sorry, a hatch play. As there is no hatch offering. That is another thing that's very spicy about this. Usually we're used to hatch offerings on these style of maps. But no hatch offering. Survivors just, you know, get to play a game of hide and go seek with hatch and see if they get it before the clown does. Oh, let's say they find the Adam, and Adam will take the hit here. And that is going to be the slug for the 4K. Have to see if they're able to find the Dwight or not. As yeah, imagine ultimate weapon here going to be kind of brutal, as Dwight's going to have to hide out. Try and find a locker if they can. Looks like they're going back to where they saw the Dwight originally. But I can't imagine that this Dwight's going to be outside of a locker anymore. Looks like they are in fact inside a locker, but the question is, which locker are they inside of? And looks like, yep, Adam's going to crawl to the corner here. Make it as difficult as possible for this killer to get something. Yeah, I gotta say, ultimate weapon, definitely a powerhouse of a perk here. Especially when utilized at top level competitive play, where again, this is just an absolutely disgusting gen setup. Survivors aren't able to sneak back here, just not a lot to be able to be done. Look, there is a survivor back here. Is it? Yeah, Dwight coming out. Well, they're gonna try and reset the Adam, but I don't know if they're gonna get much beyond the reset here. They will get the pickup. Yeah, no buckle up either, so this this Dwight is his days numbered. Vaulting the window at Shack, and ooh, going for a bottle play instead of the M1. We'll let Dwight get away a little bit longer at Shack, but I don't know for how long. Good wait out here. I'm about to say, there's the mid vault and the clown coming around the corner for it. There's the blind. Dwight saying, I don't think we've had enough chases today, clown. We'll see. Adam will be going back into the dead zone there in the corner. Dwight going around the corner. There's the same mind games before. There's the break on the paladin. I believe Dwight might have their days numbered here potentially. Ooh, cheeky slow vault. Clown might have to reload. MFT doing a little bit of work here. That's one of the things that is a really big, I would say, complaint from the killer side is for MFT. Is just MFT kind of negating Clown's power here as Clown slows him down by 4%, but MFT has a 3% buff, so you don't actually get slowed that much by like 1%. There's the pallet drop, and going back towards the Atom once again. I'm curious if they're going to be able to get this pickup. Oh my goodness, this Dwight's doing a really good job with their resources. Considering his check pilot's already gone, but I think there's bloodlust kicking in from the clown. Yep. Resilience coming into play. This Dwight is absolutely out of his mind. This is the tier 0 looper that every killer hates to see in their game. Because that resilience MFT is doing some work, I tell you. Oh, but they run into the clown. Clown does get the mind game. And now Adam will bleed out, but as we knew already from the previous match, and our refs so graciously gifting us information, that bleed outs do result in the number of hook stages. It is not like comp where you might potentially lose out on some points. Oh my goodness. There is absolutely no way. There's absolutely no way. Does Clown notice? Do they get there in time? I don't think the Clown... No! Oh, that was so close. Oh, no. Oh, our poor Dwight. The hatch was right there. Unfortunate, but that will be the 4K2 for Knights of the Entitus. And it will be the Valentines' turn coming up to play Killer and return fire on this map. As that was a very, very strong set for the Clown. Clown had an absolutely insane gen setup at the main building and took full advantage of it. Ooh, hold on. Another Clown. And based on the fact they opened up a locker, I can only imagine it's a very similar one. Interestingly enough, there is corrupt intervention. We didn't actually see that last time, which is interesting. It's one of the few times in the Community Cups that we see games without corrupt intervention, because you just got so many strong perks on your side, you don't always need it. But it looks like this Clown really wants to keep the gens from firing up too fast. Really well placed bottle there, but it's not going to be enough, as the Survivor does have a little bit of a speed boost there, we see from the MFT. Pre-throwing through the window, and Clown go around the corner. They might be able to get this hit here, unless a hit take comes in. There's the first down of the game very quickly. We see two Survivors auto-generator in the distance, though. Not a lot of progress. They had to run far away because of the corrupt zone. Oh, and Renato got the call out, but Adam didn't get the memo, and that is going to be a dead man switch pain res combo. It's like Yoichi can be setting up for the unhook here. Worth noting, we didn't hear a scream there. Yoichi actually has Calm Spirit, which is super bizarre. I'm kidding, it's not bizarre at all. I think people expect at this point. It's such a good combo. And looks like they will be going to the corner for a down, and most likely, I would gander they might have a deli in pocket. Unless our poor Ace over here had the deli. It doesn't seem to be the case, though, as I don't know about y'all. You know, Ace is very silent, but this Ace is particularly silent. They might have a lucky break potential. I'm not sorry, not lucky break, a off the record. Survivor's still working to get some gens done. Deadman switching the one over here. His ultimate weapon will have kicked them off and away. Oh, and a Deadman switch on top as well. Ultimate weapon and Deadman. I always thought Pain Res Deadman switch was a disgusting combo. Ultimate weapon Deadman switch is a disgusting combo. Especially since the screams kick you off the gen. I wouldn't mind it if the first tune that they do just takes away the scream from kicking you off the gen. Like, let you scream, but don't kick me off the gen. Let me finish my gen, dang it. And I'm going to switch away because that screen shearing is going to give me a headache. Looks like Ace is going to be up here at main building, a little over 50% now. Hasn't reset. Sounds like Killer's knocking at the door, quite literally. There's the deli from Yoichi, though. Gonna give the Survivor team a lot of much-needed breath of fresh air, as deli super strong. I think this is also the first deli we've seen today, potentially. Ooh, but this Killer... this is a very, very adept Clown, knowing where to throw those bottles. Ooh, but missing just by a hair. And we did see a Survivor right across from this pallet here. Yeah, the killer did too, and that is going to be the Atom taking a tag, going into main building. Looks like Renato working on a generator as well. Looks like there's the pickup on the Ace. Second hook coming in. I do believe that 2 pain res has already been done, so Renato probably going to be able to finish this generator unless Ultimate Weapon kicks them off. It's going to be a matter of time. Do they finish this generator or not? They desperately need to get a generator here. And they do finish it. Yeah, there's the screams coming in. We hear... I believe that was Adam. There's the scream from Renato. And it looks like Yuichi, silent as can be with that calm spirit. This generator is 70-ish% done. They do get the reset on Adam. Killer hanging out near this area. We see a Survivor running in from the distance. Looks like Renato. It's going to have to be a 1-for-1 hook trade, but if it's a Scourge hook, that's going to cost them. No, they're going to go into main building. They're not going to go for the unhook here. I say, even if they get the unhook, like, I think Clown would be happy. That'd be another pain res potentially and a slowdown. Second generator popping. I think you have to let the Survivor go to Death Hook unless... Oh, that hook timer is paused. That is a kinship. Looks like Renato coming in for a drive-by kinship play on the Survivor. Looks like Yuichi going to come in for the unhook instead. There's the second generator being done. And a resurgence from Yuichi. This Survivor not going to go to Death Stage just yet between the kinship and the resurgence. While there is some very disgusting strong perks in this game right now, I'm also loving how well both sides are utilizing the perks to their fullest between the kinship and the resurgence on the Survivor being sent to Death Stage. Yuichi doing their best to lead the killer away. They do have a third generator underway, and this killer's gonna be heading back to the hook. I don't know if anybody's coming to the hook. I think they're just... No. Yeah, they are gonna get the unhook here. Honestly, this is some phenomenal... I don't see this very often. Again, with comp, we have a lot of perk restrictions, but I'm kind of digging just how chaotic this is. A's gonna get tunneled out here. However, if I remember correctly, yeah, Adam 50% on this generator. Looks like we might be seeing a potential tie scenario here from the Survivors. No, they have 2 different Survivors going on. There's the off the record from the A's. Possible hick take coming in here from Renato as well. Survivors, if they can last just another 40 seconds in chase, that's 2 more gens done, and they've completed the win condition. They get the pallets done too. Oh my goodness, that MFT doing some work here. And Renato still available for the hit takes. He's gonna get slowed, but I don't just enough. Oh no, getting the 360 whiff, and there's 2 gens! And a for the people, followed by a buckle up. Renato with the for the people buckle up play, just showing how strong the Survivor side of the perks can be as well. And that will be the win condition achieved here for Knights of the Entitus. Honestly, just some phenomenal Survivor gameplay between the Resurgence kinship, the for the people buckle up, and Ace saying, fine, you know what, clown? You can have me. You've done your chase. This Ace has been put through the ringer. You might even say they've been put through the meat grinder, potentially. They sat on hook for about 3 minutes. They did chase for an additional 2. We'll see you back at the campfire, Ace. Job well done. And looks like Survivor is going to be finishing up one last gen here with Renato over here at the shack. It's like Adam's going to be in the one in chase here as see those little claws around their icon. Again, sorry folks, I would normally stick with the killer here, but this screen shearing just, it hurts. I'm really hoping that we see this bug addressed soon. As I know it's not the most priority. Obviously, a select few of us use the spectator mode, but it is pretty rough not being able to spectate our lovely killer friends here. Looks like it's gonna be the Renato in chase here as Cloud is breaking off from the Atom to kick them off this generator. However, we do also know that Yuichi's on a separate gen at the moment, about 50%. So it looks like Survivors are setting up for at least some number of escapes here. So we're going to see the Survivor be resetting over here in the corner. Clown moseying on by. None the wiser, it would seem. And it looks like Adam and Yoichi are able to finish the last generator here. Setting up 4 escapes, potentially. We hear Clown on their way. It looks like Clown's going to run the main building. Going to stop Yoichi, but that gives Adam free reign to go to the other exit gate. And again, even if they're able to 4-man slug, get the final kills here, Knights of the Entitus has done more than enough to achieve the win condition for this round, and we'll be moving on as this is a single elimination tournament. Yoichi will be going to the comp corner here. And I do believe the Survivors will be taking their 2-man escape here. Really, really well played to both sides. GGWP to the Valentines, and congratulations to Knights of the Entitus on the victory. Phenomenal gameplay, but regardless, we'll be going into another little bit of a short break here as we have to get this next round set up. Thank you all so much for watching. On the suffocation pit, it is a blight coming out from Knight of the Entitus, immediately breaking the window, and oh my goodness, we be zooming. Ooh, sliding off of the tree, unfortunately, and that said, we're going to be going back to our Survivors as that screen shearing is quite brutal. Oh, and there is the telltale sign of the ultimate weapon. We do have Corrupt Intervention, however, so they are going to be doing a little bit of a hybrid here. I'm curious to see what the plan is from our killer. Looks like they might be in chase with the Ash. Cannot tell, but looks like Survivors are getting out of dodge, moving to the other side of the map. Nope, I spoke too soon. It looks like it's going to be the Adam who is first on the chopping block. Gonna be going in and breaking the pallet immediately. Going in for another rush, going around short side. Ooh, really good job from the Adam. Not quite able to get the pallets done. An immediate follow-up rush. I believe that has to be Adrenaline Vial, right? If I remember correctly, the only way, yep, it is Adrenaline Vial and the Crows. So Killer has 7 rush tokens and is also able to recharge their power very, very fast. Looks like they'll be opening a locker and going straight for the ultimate weapon play here. We see, oh, a dead man switch, and that was a pain res, so the Killer's build is known. It is going to be ultimate weapon, pain res, dead man switch, and Corrupt Intervention, which has already expired. Looks like Ashley is going to be taking chase. No, they're going to be heading into the back here. I think they want to get, yeah, they want to interrupt this unhook here. Ace can get the pallet stun. Blight rushing around the side, and not sure where we're going here. Looks like we're rebounding back into the pallet and push Ace further back into Shack side, potentially. Quick rush is coming in, and they do get the hit. Looks like this Survivor does have MFT, however, as they do have a little bit of a speed boost. Jake able to finish the gen at the suffocation, but it looks like Ashley coming in with Resurgence. However, gonna take a tag. Blight rushing in. Gonna just go for the pallet break. There's the blind come in as well. Not able to get a lot of distance from Overcome. However, they do have a lucky break. And it looks like the Survivor has gotten away a little bit scot-free here as Resurgence keeping Adam on hook just a little bit longer. Survivors are doing a really good job using their perks to counterplay here, but Blight in hot pursuit, gonna be rushing around the corner. That will be down on the Ace. Looks like they do get the unhook here, and looks like Killer is gonna just go for another fresh hook. So Rez did a good job mitigating that from being additional hook stages on the Adam, using the Resurgence there. First hook coming in for the Ace, and that was in fact a Scourge Hook Pain Resonance. We see Ash getting pushed off of their generator, and it looks like Blight might be zoning them away a little bit here, potentially. Rushing around the side, and oh my goodness, there's so many rushes. Trying to get that OG J-Flick from the Adrenaline Vial. As I don't know if y'all know, but Adrenaline Vial gives you a little bit of an OG J-Flick feeling. But regardless, Ash gonna be going down in the corner of the map here. Survivor is gonna have to be trying to jam Jen's away, but again, this is gonna be another pain res coming in. As it looks like, yeah, Blight eyeing up that central hook by the logs. Adam a decent percent on this generator, but it's probably gonna... Ooh, maybe a missed call out there from the survivors, as that does get pain resed. Ultimate weapon going off as we hear the survivor screaming. A's gonna have to take a tag here, running back into the middle. Adrenaline Vial's gonna be up and running in just a second. Pre-dropping this pallet, not want to take any chances here. But only 2 charges done, and that's gonna immediately result in the Blight having the power back. Rushing around the side. They have Longwall available. Ooh, oh, but the Dead Hard. I don't even think the Blight might have been trying to bait out Dead Hard. I think it might have just been an accident of rushing past. I don't think they expected the Ace to come out on that side, but second up coming in for the Ace here. Still stuck at 4 gens remaining. Again, just this in regular season play, I can say with certainty that the average score you're going to see is going to be somewhere around 4K1, 4K2 if you do really well. Sometimes if the survivors do really well, 4K's, 0 gens remaining. But they're going to be on the Ashley here. No pallet remaining. Bumping off the door, going into the basement. And Ashley's going to be zoned here. Ooh, but with an off the record, they're going to get plenty of distance. Potentially taking protection hit, but getting around the side. Oh, never mind. Not going to be as much distance as I thought. Just Blight's super lethal. But again, back to what I was saying. 4K1, 4K2, it's expected to be a 4K, and then it's a matter of how many gens do you get done. And it seems to be even more so the case with this game, as Blight, with ultimate weapon in hand, just knowing where every survivor is, in combination with Dead Man Switch and Pain Res, just honestly, just an ultra lethal combo on this killer. And despite the fact survivors have some good tools in their hands, not quite enough to hold things off. And ooh, Adam does get the pallets done here. There comes the pallet break with the blind, and both these survivors injured, not able to get out of dodge. Another pallet break coming in. Adam desperately trying to take chase for this Ace, I think, as Ace is death hook. Ace will get the pallets done, though. Hugging around the edge. Really good job from this Blight. Good mind games coming in. Ooh, sliding off that, though. We see survivors doubling up. If they can get a third generator done here, that would be huge for the survivor squad, especially with this killer's level of lethality. Yeah, it looks like this killer is going to be running back. Adam's still injured. Jake on this generator. So they're going to be using their toolbox, trying to get as much of the juice into the gen as possible, but Blight's going to come in and interrupt it. Blight sensing that chase went on a little bit too long, and this survivor hasn't been hooked yet, so they do represent a potential pain res. Live gonna get him some good distance into the back here, but I imagine... Ooh, really good attempt there. Oh my goodness, a phenomenal fake from this Jake here. And Jake gonna get a lot more distance into the back, but again, there's only so many places to go. Try to waste time going into the corner. Do they finish it? And we see a survivor on that generator. Ash is gonna try and finish it, but I don't think that's gonna be enough, as pain res will be coming in very shortly here. Survivors on the other side have reset. Adam and Ace have fully healed. Ace on their own gen at the moment. Survivors doing a really good job trying to bring this back here. There's the hook. There's the pain res. And Blight looking, seeing that there's nobody over there. Maybe running back. No ultimate weapon just yet. Hearing the vault. And it looks like they will be going to check it out. Yeah, there's the ultimate weapon. And it looks like that is going to be the Adam potentially going for the hook trade. And that's going to be a 1-for-1 trade as well. And it looks like, yeah, they're going to leave him slug, go for the tunnel on the Jake. Jake with live in hand does have a chance to get away here potentially. And now looks like they're going to go back for the Adam. That hook is occurring on the same area. It looks like Ace has a lot of progress on this generator, though. Ultimate weapon should be on cooldown for a little bit now, so they can't push them off with Deadman Switch. I think they're going to be able to finish the third generator here. Survivor is just doing an amazing job fighting back here. Oh, good corner tech from the Ash here. Unhook on the Adam coming in. Looks like it was the Jake. Adam going down with no BT. I'm guessing they might have tried to go for a heal, but losing that BT as that just happened, and that'll be going back to the campfire over Adam. They do, in the meantime, though, finish a third generator. So 3 gens completed for these survivors. And considering how lethal Blight is proving to be on this map, I think it's going to be pivotal. Oh! That was a surprise Jake through the window and leaving him slugged on the ground going after this Ash. I don't know how much longer these survivors are going to last. There's the down on the Ash as well. And they're going to be going back for the Jake on the ground. Jake trying to get up. Ooh. They will be getting the heal off. There's the heal. Ooh, there's the vault through the window and going down. I think the Ace was trying to take the hit there as they did have made for this. Want to take the protection hit, but not going to be able to get it in. There's the dead hard. Really good timing there from the Ace, but again, with Adrenaline Vial in hand, I think it's just a matter of time before the Survivor goes down. Again, in these scenarios, especially with just how hyper lethal Blight is, I think honestly a 4K2 might just be the optimal scenario here. Again, for comparison and contrast, during regular season, ultimate weapon's not allowed. Pain res is not allowed on this killer. And you don't have Dead Man Switch either. So, this killer is essentially playing with 3 perks they don't normally get in the regular season. And to be fair, on the opposite side, Survivors also got some pretty nasty stuff. They get Off the Record, they get Lucky Break, Overcome Combo, they get Resurgence. Like, Survivors have some good stuff too, but let's face it. An S-tier Light Blight with the sheer lethality of perks is just a nightmare to go against. I think Survivors did really well. To be fair, I'm not taking away from the Blight. The Blight did phenomenal. Adrenaline Vial is definitely a whale of an add-on. But I think we're going to be seeing the slow bleed out here, as again, the points awarded are the same regardless for bleed outs as they are for hook stages in this Championship of the Fog. So we'll be staying here, hanging around for a little bit longer as these survivors eventually go back to the campfire one by one via bleeding out on the ground or the entity. Looks like they do find, I believe that was the Jake. And now just Ash hanging out in the corner of the map. Again, for all of you who are tuning in now, this is the European Championships. We are in the second to last round here. We got one more trial where Calamity will be killing against Knight of the Entitus. And then we'll be moving on to the finals for this first... I gotta stop saying cups. It's not cups. It's the championships. Again, it is very reminiscent of the DVD Community Cups, but again, we are hosting them this time as loved the community that was brought together by those events. And with that said, thank you all so much. Knights of the Entitus. And this time, Calamity is going to be on Killer. We see Laser on the Blight. A little bit of a preemptive ultimate weapon there. We hear the screams of survivors as Yoichi already in chase here. Blight found their first target. Oh my dear Yoichi. Will you be able to run away? Will you live? There's the pallet break. Immediately following up with the dodge. They did manage to get the Blight to slide off just in time. And that might have kept them from going and getting a hit right off the bat here. First tag coming in. They're going to be running into Shaq. I imagine. Oh, but there's a blood favor here. Vaulting back through, and looks like they're leaving almost entirely. Going around backside of Shaq, very ballsy. And they actually managed to get away. Looks like, yeah, they're going to be cutting away and going after the Atom now. A little bit of a hit and run strat. Live going to get some good distance here, staying in the main area in the middle. Atom looking around, not seeing anybody. Looks like possibly Blight cutting off to go after Yoichi. Yeah, they do, and Yoichi going down here. Some explosion in the back. Not sure what that was, but first hook coming in regardless. Unless there was also a unbreakable. So I don't know. This survivor might have been Deli. Not sure. We'll just have to wait and see. And that was a Scourge Hook Pain Resonance here on the Renato's Gen. Looking very dapper in their hat. Looks like Adam now going to be taking chase at the Shack here. Not the place you want to be against Blight, especially with where they are. Not able to get the blind on the killer. Swinging around the side and getting him through the window here. Desperately trying to get under this pallet. And Blight just going to go immediately for the pickup. Not going to take any chances here. Nobody inside to come for the pallet stun, and that's going to be a second hook coming in. I don't even think this is going to be... It is a pain res as well. Oh, no. That's absolutely brutal. Getting the hit on the ace as well through the Yoichi. And looks like they're going to go right after the ace, not bothering to tunnel at all. I mean, if you're at 5 gens, if you can continue to get these pain reses off... Renato's unfortunately still stuck at 50% on their generator, struggling to get any percent as the pain res is just absolutely brutal. Oh, and they're leaving the ace on the ground, going for Yoichi. This is dire straits for these survivors as they haven't even got a single gen done. There's the ultimate weapon giving away the Yoichi's position. Gonna be dropping this pallet preemptively, but what can Yoichi do? Renato's gonna have to come off their generator just to come get everybody back up. And I thought the previous Blight was lethal. This is a next level of lethality here, folks. Renato coming back around. They are going to get this pickup, though, on the ace. There's the pickup. I was like, ace going to be wrapping back around, maybe getting a gen, maybe setting up for a save on Yoichi. But second phase is here for the Atom, I think. That is the single most last-second save I have ever seen on a survivor. The claws of the entity were ready to take their vengeance, and instead, Yoichi's just going to have to go back, and I believe this is second hook coming in for them. They get the reset on the Atom. Ace needing a reset as well. So they were just working on a generator here. Ooh, that might have been... Yeah, I think that's Deadman switch on this generator, so Blight will know where they are. And regardless if they don't, they do have ultimate weapon in the pocket as well. No ultimate weapon just yet. Adam coming in, possibly setting up for the unhook. Oh, there comes the ultimate weapon. I don't know if they're committing to this. Oh, there they are. Gonna get a tag around the corner as that adrenaline vial is no joke. There's the Lithe going into the shack here, but what can you do? They do have some progress on this generator, though. Renato working on it. Ace getting called out as well. We hear that scream, and Yoichi slowly fading into Death Hook here. Ace back on their own jet. I think survivors are going to have to let this server go to death stage, as they are going to be able to possibly finish a generator here at Shack. They need an additional one, though. Renato taking body blocks here for their buddy Adam, but now they are in their own conundrum. Dropping the pallet, but I don't know what you can do here. Ooh, good fake from Renato, going back around the inside. Running straight through. Renato doing a really good job with the mind games here, but here comes... Oh my goodness, a phenomenal bait and switch there. And Renato's going to get away here, as that was all Seven's charges. Was Adam able to go and finish this generator? I don't know. I think they've left entirely. There's first generator going down for these survivors. Again, with the pain res slowly gone here, they are able to get some more distance. There's the vault back in. Yeah, with that free charge, that's going to be a down. Oh, but Adam on their own gen in the distance. If they're able to finish the one back here at Shack somehow, or start on a different one. Oh, but that's a pain res. Regressing that gen by another 25%. Oh, no, it regressed the one at Shack by 25%. Adam's gen was just under, so they're going to finish the second gen here. If they finish one more, that is the tie scenario. Blight needs to hold this down to get a victory here. Well, I say tie condition. Obviously, you've got a 4K from here on out, but regardless, survivors are getting these gens done in good time. So what we're kind of seeing before is the Blight has a phenomenal amount of pressure for the first couple of minutes, but then after a little bit, it's reset after the pain reses have taken their toll. Survivors slowly work back on these gens. They technically could afford to let the survivor go to death phase if they were just able to get on a generator either together or splits. But I think the Blight knows this as well. They need to get at least one more survivor down, and there's Adam taking chase around the corner. There's the down. Well, the survivor's heading back for the unhook, but I don't know if there's going to be enough time. They're too far away. Blight going to go intercept. Again, Adrenaline Vial getting their power back really, really quickly here. Ace going around the corner, and that will be the down. Unless something crazy happens here, folks, this will be the 4K 3 remaining. And that will be enough to seal the deal for Calamity to take victory here in the second to last round against Knights of the Entitus. Again, Knights of the Entitus playing phenomenal here, but Calamity eking it out by a single generator. Looks like survivors are going to be progressing to that stage very shortly here. Unless Ace is able to, like, obviously, if Ace is able to, like, somehow, you know, get an escape here. I'm kind of actually curious. No, Blight is going to be coming in. Hatch has to spawn right now. Nope. I don't even hear it. Yeah, it does not look like the hatch was on Ace's side, so that will be the 4K 3 remaining here for Calamity's killer. So really well played Knights of the Entitus, but congratulations to Calamity. Again, a matter of a single gen, especially, again, against these S tiers with so much lethality built into their kit. It's tough to get generators done, as we saw there. Especially, again, with the ultimate weapon, Dead Man Switch combo, but... And... do my eyes deceive me? Oh, blessed frames. Blessed frames, everyone. We could actually sit in the killer perspective for the first time in what seems like forever, as all the killers today have been under the screen shearing bug. It's like Execution going straight for the kick at the main building and not going for a locker, interestingly enough. We do see scratch marks over here at the side, though. So they are going to be finding the Dwight here. Dwight going to take no M1? Taking a shot in the dark, and it's not going to land here. Really surprised they didn't go for the M1 right off the bat, but regardless, they do get the Torment on the Survivor. Now continuing chase into the shack here. We do see that Corrupt still over here, so they are chasing inside the Corrupt. Survivors have gone away. Looks like Blood Favor has been cleansed potentially, or still here. Could also potentially be an Undying. Interesting that we haven't seen a ultimate weapon yet. Maybe the killer just didn't bring ultimate weapon this time around then. Good mind game there. No. Blood Favor is still active, so that must have been an Undying. Or another fancy perk of some kind. But regardless, first hook coming in for this killer. We see Jake leaving their generator. And it looks like it might have been a Scourge hook over on the main building generator. But regardless, Jake going to get safely into that main building, leaving their gen next to the Survivor. Again, for those who are unaware, the new unhooked mechanic that Behavior put in for anti-camping, I do believe is allowed here. So if this Executioner stays a little bit too close to this this hook, and there goes Blood Favor. 2 perks down. Corrupt Intervention also having gone away and leaving only Pain Resonance behind. So this killer is now a 1 perk killer with only 3 charges left. However, they do have a very strong central position. Any unhook attempt coming in will be met with resistance. Looks like Tap's gonna be the lucky one, as they will be taking a hook trade here. Unless they'll be going, no, just straight for the hook trade, taking the Pain Res and saying, all right, sure. If you have Deliverance, take your Deliverance, and might be seeing a tunnel out here momentarily on our poor Dwight friend, as they are still tormented. There is the deli, as expected, from the tap. Getting back into shack. Looks like they might have pre-dropped this pallet. Yeah, just to make this mind game a bit more obnoxious for the killer. Holding down the punishment. Vaulting through the window and getting the hit regardless. Oh, I just now noticed that I do believe this killer brought double range add-ons. Sometimes you see the range and the additional time. I believe it's 2 seconds extra on your punishment. But instead, just double range. And honestly, it might be one of the reasons they were able to get that nasty hit. First generator going down, second generator going down. There's the For the People as well from the Jake on the Dwight here. Good double back there from the Dwight, not getting hit with the punishment this time. running back around main building. Their generator's got a little bit of work on it too, and they do see the potential chance to go after this tap here, get it down, get another hook potentially as the Deliverance Broken Status effect just now subsides. Survivor's definitely making it a lot harder to go for this tunnel out on the Dwight here. Lots of progress on the main building gen 2. That gen has probably about 30% left before it finishes. Second hook on tap. Gonna be able to dry kick this generator, but now Dwight definitely probably heading to the wins. We do see, I think, a crow in the distance, but I don't know if the killer's gonna go to it or not. Survivors are doing a really good job stunting this killer's pressure as much as possible here. Checking around the truck and not seeing anything. I think they're keeping just perfectly on that edge of 16 meters, if at all possible, to make sure that they don't give the tap a unhook potential here. This gen is regressing ever so slowly, though. Had to be careful. You're actually getting really close inside that 13. Maybe the killer just doesn't care, man. It's like, maybe, yeah, just go for the unhook. You'll get tunneled out immediately anyway. That might be the scenario here. Just like, yeah, let them get the unhook if they want to. Gonna be able to push the survivor away from the gen. Nobody coming in for that unhook just yet. Is there gonna be a last second save? No. Death stage is secured, but two different generators ready to pop out after the third one finishes. Dwight found out, though. Executioner seeing their 2K in sight and maybe trying to go for an next one after that, but both these generators are ready to pop. There's the fourth one, and Jake getting pushed away, so the fifth one not able to fire just yet. 2 stacks of pain res available here if they can get the Jake, but I imagine Dwight's going to go right back to that generator. But this Jake does represent more hook stages. There's the final gen. No adrenaline in play that matters as Jake's still injured here. There's their firecracker. There's the down. And I imagine, unless there's some really cheeky shenanigans, I imagine we're going to see the survivors pushed out here. How much progress is on this? No progress on this exit gate. That means you might be able to get him to the basement, form the 8-stage 2K with only one survivor getting out fresh. Wait, is basement at main building? I thought it was at shack. If it's at main building, that's rough. However, this hook is far away from the exit gates here, and I do not imagine the survivors will come in. I imagine they'll see about a 4% from their Jake here. Yeah, there's the open. Will they try for a 4%? Not even gonna let the Jake 4%? That's toxic. That is toxic survivor gameplay right there. I guess, to be fair, folks, for these competitors, they are very much used to there being a rule where you can't Kobe. So that might have also been the scenario, just like, no Kobe, and you know, they might have forgotten that you are allowed to Kobe in Championship of the Fog. But with that said, and it is another executioner being cranked out here. Looks like immediately finding a survivor too, as I get to just sit back and chill and not have to worry about the killer switching survivors every couple of seconds. Now see, these are the add-ons that I'm used to. We have an additional 2 seconds of the power here. Not quite able to get the M1 through the pallet. And they already have a totem down here, as I imagine that would have been Blood Favor. As Blood Favor is a very, very common pick here. Not quite able to get the M1 through the window either. So we're doing a really good job getting back over here into the 3 o'clock. And it looks like Killer's going to break away. We do see that Corrupt Intervention very spicy in the way it's laid out here. And they are able to chase 2 survivors away from it as well. Looks like this is the Renato getting the blind. So I think I heard it drop at the last second, but the killer might not have had time to react theirs. They are going to be able to go after this Jake. I'm sorry, Renato. I even said it was Renato a second ago. There's too many survivors in this game. Ooh, getting a little bit stuck there at the locker. And gonna miss another blind shot. Gonna be once again breaking away from the chase. Looks like it's gonna be Ace they're pushing away. Checking the hill gen as well as Corrupt is still here, but only for about 15 more seconds. And now finding Leon instead. Almost getting that blind shot. Leon saying, another one, please. And it's going to be pushed away. Good mind game there from the Leon coming back, but they might take an M1 here through. No, not going through the window. And, but I say, for those who remember, there used to be very little cooldown at all on the Executioner's M2 into M1. But that little cooldown period being extended gave the Leon time, but they will take an M1. First M1 of the game, as the first generator has completed. Corrupt has expired, and Leon will be getting further back here. Survivor's doing a really good job so far. A lot of pressure against this killer. It's going to be really, really tough. Honestly, it might be very tough to come back from this. Second gen done. I imagine we'll see a third one done. Yeah, there's a third one. No surprise there. Survivors have had ample time, despite Corrupt intervention, to work on these generators. Holding patiently. Not going for the M2 just yet. Shanking the M2 into the side on the right. Leon very happy with that, as they're going to be able to get even more distance here for their team. There goes the vault over the top, but yeah, I say, now you just got to aim down straight down center, and that'll be first hook coming in for the Survivor. Not going immediately for the cage. Everyone except Ace is now tormented, though. Also, we might be seeing a potential pain res as they are skipping the first and easiest hook to get to. Will Shaq finish? Very close. Gonna stop it just in the nick of time. That is first hook on the on the Leon. Worth noting, nobody inside, but there was someone at the shack there. And a lot of progress to boot. Looks like it's Ace, maybe a second survivor. You know, a fifth generator is underway, as one of these survivors is not accounted for. We do hear footsteps to the side, though. Got to be careful. You can't get too close to the survivor on hook. That's the thing. They're zoning him into the hook, but it's not being slowed down from the survivors in the area. Like, this survivor is very close to unhooking themselves, I believe. Like, if we go over to the survivor... Oh, okay. Not nearly as much as I thought. Not nearly as much as I thought. I say, there's a survivor right there. Man, there's the fourth generator going down. They take the M1. No unhook coming in just yet, but imagine, like, Renato can just sit at the shack and do that generator. Oh, good fake coming in from the A's. Really good double back there. Second stage almost secured. Will they finish it? There's the down. There's the adrenaline on the survivor, but we do see that haste status effect. There's the endurance. Oh my goodness, about to say, that's the only person that can take the what is it called? No ed check there, is that survivor still technically has borrowed time. Now with one survivor needing to mend, the other one in chase here, and one on the cage. Good double back there. They can get this survivor. They need to get this survivor down and hooked, and then they need to go for another survivor. But to say, I don't know what the stages are going to add up to just yet. There's the pickup. But I say, if the survivors leave right now, I think they get the victory just straight up. We will have to see. It's going to be really close with Noed in play, but it's on the opposite side, and Noed got cleansed. Even if they camp this now, with the exit gate being on the other side of main building, I think this will confirm Elysium as the victor here in the first championship in the Europeans. I'm not sure what else Calamity can do here. Calamity did really well, but the survivors just played incredibly... You know? Okay, but I say, I don't know if they'd come for the unhook here. That would be kind of spicy. Does this survivor have deli? They're coming in for the unhook. They do have deli! No way! Survivors making an escort mission to get the survivor out of the game. They've got the exit gate open. They were not content with victory. They want an all-out bloodbath. Executioner hot on the tail here. Here comes the M2 saying, all right, we got 4 of the people ready, and that is going to be the 4 out from Elysium. Absolutely disgusting survivor play. Oh my word. Well done. GGWP to Calamity, and congratulations to Elysium on a phenomenal game.